The Palace Museum in Riyadh shows how Mohammed bin Salman MBS lived after the conquest and unification of Arabia by Abdulaziz. This is a picture of him before and after the successful takeover of Saudi Arabia, what we call Saudi Arabia today. Oil was discovered in 1938 and he unified Saudi Arabia before that. Today, the King Abdulaziz and the Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman rule Saudi Arabia fully, and it's thanks to Abdulaziz and his financier Suleiman, who had arranged for a lot of negotiations and so forth around that. They ended the Ottoman era of 1517 to 1918, the Ottoman era, of course, of fluctuating strength and weakness. The museum contains lovely tapestries, however no music, although of course music is very, very important in all of the regions.
Everything we have over here is an original state, and we have photos. All of these photos are, of course, made bigger. We have the originals. They are all owned by us. So we can start like from here, you can start reading. So this picture,
yes.
This is a guy called Amin al-Rihani, and this was taken in Jeddah. He was one of the government officials of Jordan, and he came over here, actually from Lebanon, and he was in a visit to King Abdulaziz, and this picture was taken. This picture is one of the oldest pictures of the King Abdulaziz when he was in his youth. This is with his brothers, and this is his son, Turki Al-Awwal, his firstborn son.
Yes.
He died in 1933 with the flu.
Right.
It was a pandemic of the flu then.
Yes.
Yeah. This is in 1943. This is in the, if you go to the Malaz area, we have the old palace of King Abdulaziz. This was taken in there. And this is in front of it. So it is still there. They still do the dance on that area.
The traditional Arda war dance.
Yes.
1937. Wow. This is also 39.
39. That's the king of Bahrain.
Yeah.
1939. Now, during the time where King Abdulaziz and King Saud were kings, all the kingdoms were surrounding the kingdom. So Bahrain was a kingdom, Kuwait was a kingdom. You talk Jordan, Iraq, Iran was an empire. You have Afghanistan was a kingdom. China was an empire. Egypt and Sudan was a kingdom, so we were surrounded by, even Yemen was a kingdom. So everywhere was kingdoms. So that's a big thing. This is Abdullah Rida. Abdullah Rida was the last governor, let's say, that the Ottoman Empire gave. He used to rule by the name of the Ottoman Empire. In this meeting, he handed the keys for Jeddah to King Abdulaziz, saying, "You're the lord right now. You decide who should be ruling and who should be the governor." Now, do you know if how tall was King Abdulaziz?
I don't know.
Okay, so King Abdulaziz was 2 meters 7 centimeters.
Goodness, bigger than I am.
He was a tall guy.
Yeah.
King Saud, his son, and our second king of the kingdom, he used to be shorter than his father by 3 centimeters.
Big guys.
Yep.
They ate their breakfast every day. And this is Cairo, 1946.
Yep. We have 3 pictures of Cairo visit. This is the last king of Iraq, King Faisal.
Yes. Well, let's hope things are peaceful in Syria going forward.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're all praying for peace over there right now. This with King Farouk.
This is King Farouk. It's the same visit.
Yeah, all of those three.
Yeah, all those three. Now these two photos of King Abdulaziz are very rare.
Mm-hmm.
You can see the difference between the two photos are 20 years. This is during the time when he was at war, just bringing the kingdom together.
Yes.
How thin he was.
1926, yes.
And this is after everything settled.
Yes.
20 years apart.
Yeah.
This is a very rare also picture. I will show you the original of this in another hall. This photo, you can see that he was sad a bit.
Mm-hmm.
It was after the death of one of his brother in one of the battles. Bank that left kingdom.
Okay. The beginning of the new times.
Yep. Made by Andrew Vicari. Andrew Vicari, he's a painter.
Mm-hmm.
And he loved the royal family. You'll see that he drew every member or every king of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. If you go to Faisaliya, King Salman, when he was the Prince of Riyadh, the last time he sat over here, it was in 2012.
Mm-hmm.
He sat over here. Now you can see we left everything as is, we only changed the paper.
Mm-hmm.
This stuck because of the heat. This place
Yes.
wasn't always open for people, so in summer, it's so hot, this got stuck. Oops.
Oh, well, exactly.
So I took it.
Yeah, you will get that. You will get that, definitely.
Everything was left over here in its original state. The air conditioning is the same, the cover of the air conditioning. These are some poetry that the brothers wrote to each other.
Mm-hmm.
Saying poetry to each other.
Mm-hmm.
This photo of King Fahd was hanging over here from that time. This is a picture. The original was is at King Fahd laboratory.
Okay.
If you go there, it's a very big one.
Yeah.
And it's made by I think it's called
Mosaic.
Mosaic.
Yeah. Very good mosaic. Wonderful mosaic work.
Yeah. Everything is old. Even the curtains are from the time.
Mm-hmm.
And we left everything as is. This stuck as well.
Yes, look at that.
This is the original letterhead that used to be lying around everywhere. Some of the documents that were left over here.
Mm-hmm.
No, this is mine.
That's your one.
That's mine. This is the original.
This is the original. Okay, good. Okay.
And this is some of the documents that were left there.
Yes.
These are very rare photos for some of our kings. This is King Faisal, his youth with his son.
Mm-hmm.
This when he was the Minister of External Affairs.
Mm-hmm.
Prince Salman, who was the current king during one of his terms. This is one of the very rare photos in the US. We had two kings, so these are both kings, but they were prince then.
Mm-hmm.
So this is Prince Faisal, this is his brother, Prince Muhammad, this is King Fahd, who's Prince Fahd. This is Prince Abdullah Faisal, the son of King Abdullah Faisal. Mm-hmm. This is their little brother, Nawaf bin Abdulaziz, and this is the the Minister of Finance. His name was Ibrahim Sulaiman.
I understand.
Picture of King Saud during one of his trips he was sick, so he went to Athens for treatment. This is a very famous photo. The reason we have it hanging over here because we have the signature of Prince Saud in it. That's why we hang it over here. This is a photo of King Faisal in 1926 in the Netherlands. He was very young.
1926. Yes.
Picture and the dates on them. So they signed these pictures. The famous astronaut, Prince Sultan bin Salman, the son of our current king, when he went to space in 1984
Mm-hmm.
or 1982, I can't recall.
Mm-hmm.
And it's signed by him.
I have another one number, 1985.
Okay, so it's around the time.
It's not historically important.
So this is it. Some of the rare photos. This is another drawing of Andrew Vicari of King Faisal.
Yeah.
And because this is the hall of King Salman, it was appropriate to have these hanging on the wall. This is the first issue after he became the crown prince. So when he was a crown prince, next day after announcement, all of these issues came out, including these stamps. So we thought it's appropriate to have a timeline on the wall over here.
Yes. Certainly.
Okay, so everything.
Could you walk through this picture here as well, please?
Sorry?
Could you walk through this picture as well?
These are the kings of Saudi Arabia. This was hanging over here since King Salman was over here. This is King Abdulaziz, our first king and the founder. And this is King Saud, his first son and the second king. King Faisal, third king. King Khalid, fourth. King Fahad, fifth. King Abdullah, sixth. And right now we have King Salman. Prince Sultan died during the time of King Fahad. No, actually, he died during the time of King Abdullah. And then Prince Salman became the crown prince.
Right.
Yeah. Because of the photos, you see the green stamp on the frames. When you see this green stamp on some of the pieces, especially the photos, it means that this is the original.
Okay. Understood.
So now Hijaz is the western region of the country of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hijaz, in the area of Hijaz, we have the two holy mosques there, and it had significance and importance to the country in the beginning of time with the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Hijaz meant the finance, means the trading, means the systems, because they were more sophisticated. They had that connection with the outside world. They had the ports, and of course the two holy mosques and the pilgrimage trip. So these are some of the very important stamps, and some of them are very rare. And these are some photos of the Hajj time during that time. And because some people love these stamps, some people also love the history of the stamps.
Yes.
We saw this and it was beautiful. It's a letter that's written in front of the Holy Mosque in Mecca by one of the pilgrimage, and he sent it to his family, and I think it got lost and they came back, so you can still buy the stamps. So this is why we kept it over here, so some people can enjoy. It's from 1949. Wow. So it shows that there was a system then, and the Hijaz area used to master that.
Yeah.
The second thing is that all the currencies from King Abdulaziz's time up to King Khalid, they were all designed in the Western region, and they were printed in the Western region in Hijaz area. And this is the original Riyal of King Faisal. So this is it. This is this. Okay. One of the things about the currencies in the Western region, they used to accept currencies from other countries. And sometimes they don't accept currency. They accept something like this, a certificate.
Right.
These are the military certificates in the American military bases, or they use it on their military, what you call that, the ships.
Yes.
For the Marines. And when they used to come to the Western region, they wanted to buy stuff outside. Now, if you go to the US, in the US, and you try to go and buy something outside of the base, they will not accept this from you. They used to accept it in the Western region, and they used to stock it, then go to the American embassy, and then transfer it with coins of gold or silver. So,
extraordinary.
This is a traditional jewelry from the Hijaz area.
It's beautiful hand
it's all handmade. In this palette, you can see the importance of or we're trying to say that the Hijaz area, where it has the two holy mosques, it became a brand to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. So wherever you see these two signs, you can tell that this is immediately Saudi Arabia. Okay, and the other thing, the other message was, in the Muslim world, if there is any conflict in the Muslim world, bring them all to Mecca or Medina, and the problem is solved. It has that value to the whole thing.
Yes, I understand.
This is another traditional. This is a picture of traditional clothing. If you are here in the 23rd of February, we have the Foundation Day. You'll see it in the streets. that girls, ladies start dressing all the traditional clothing around the kingdom. So you can see a lot of stuff like this.
And this is Hijazi.
This is Hijaz. This is from Hijaz area. This is one of the very rare. These
Part of the photograph
yes,
as well.
part
Yeah.
of the photography.
Yes, I remember it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the second photograph or something.
Third photograph.
Third. Okay. Yes. Exactly.
These are some of these are stamps from the time of King Abdullah. So this is 1930 and this is 1934.
Wow.
Saudi Arabia. We tried in this room to tell the story of the kingdom of Saudi Arabia up until today. From here, this is the time before kingdom was to be a kingdom. This is how they stood for war. How did they dress? How did they go together? How it was they were very poor. There wasn't enough safety. The way that they dressed, the way that they lived.
Yes.
Some looks of the homes, how it looks like, how do they dress differently. We try to capture the whole of kingdom from different areas.
This is a beautiful picture, isn't it? It's,
And then after that, these are some of the documents that used to be before kingdom, and then kingdom, then discovery of oil, our support to the Palestine issue, and then we have meetings with the leaders, our manufacturer of weapons, then the Kuwait-Iraq war,
yes.
politics, then 9/11, our fight against terrorists, our first war with Yemen, the Arab Spring, our fight with Corona, and then our role in the Ukraine-Russian saga.
Yes. What is the position of Saudi with regards to the Ukraine-Russia?
Now we'll try to basically fix it. We try to bring the thoughts together. We try to end the war as much as we could.
Yes.
I think
I have
we succeeded in some areas. We did not in others.
Well, it's very difficult. I have friends on both sides, and I've lost friends from both sides.
I do the same. I have friends from both sides.
So it's an unnecessary conflict.
Lucky you. Yeah, lucky you.
Yeah.
This is the Arab Spring. So basically we say a lot of things that happened during the Arab Spring. Then our Saudi Emirates alliance, then our alliance with the Russians, and our deals. This is, the year of Corona, the 2020, was a very, very tough year for every Saudi. And it was our fight, honestly. So we fought a lot. It was our G20. I used to work during that time. Okay, so and I had to go in and out with all the pandemic that is happening, with all the curfews that are happening, and I'm still active because I used to be part of the G20. So this is our fight, and then this is some of the things that happened. Saudi released some of the hostages from Russia, and we brought them in all the way over here from all across the globe. And this is a bullet from Ukraine, and this is from Russia. It will sell, trust me.
It's quite fun. Here we go. Yes.
Okay, so the next hall, taking pictures on how the Holy Mosque of Mecca looks like right now. Hall. Some of the stamps that relates to the Hajj or the pilgrimage trip. This is a model of the seal of our Holy Prophet Muhammad. So this is how the seal used to look like. These are some of the old documents that are over 100 200 years of age. Written about Mecca and the trees that happens in Mecca. This is our biggest Quran and our smallest. Actually, the biggest Quran is about 4 meters long. We do have it, but I will need a whole room for it.
Yes.
so I couldn't bring it in. But this is like a sample. This is another picture of the Three Holy Mosque. This is a sketch made in 1825 and published in London. So you can tell that there wasn't significant difference for over 100 years that made around the Mecca. This is how the West looked at the pilgrimage trip
Yes.
in the old times. Right now it's about an hour in the airplane over here, and then you have it pilgrimage done for 3 days, 4 days, and then you leave. People used to die.
Very beautiful. Journal universel, of course. It's the universal journal, of course, only in French.
Now, in 1979, there was a guy, he was called Jihayman, and he tried to make a rebellion in the Holy Mosque of Mecca. There was a shooting. So this is from the shooting, and this is where one bullet came in and out, and this is another bullet. And this fight happened in the Holy Mosque of Mecca, inside the Holy Mosque.
I remember that on the news.
Yes, in 1979.
Yes, I was 19 years old.
We call it the kiswa, which is the cover. However, this, not so many people saw. This piece is where it goes inside the Holy Mosque of Kaaba. Inside, there is a big room. So this covers the walls of the room, just like that picture. There are 3 pillars of wood, very pure wood,
Yes.
with gold on top. And then you have all of these. These are over 1,500 years of age. They're lights. Okay, it's all handmade. If you go inside the Kaaba, it's basically from the bottom until about the height of the door. It's all marble. Actually, it's the height of the ceiling. It's
Yes.
all marble, and then this will start to cover from top.
Right.
And it's all handmade, checked, quality checked, drawn by hand, stitched by hand, everything.
Extraordinary.
And these are all words and verses from our holy Quran.
Yes.
Like organized, this is from the time when Prince Salman was the Prince of Riyadh or current king. He loves to read. Now the books are different. These are our books. It's not his. However, the layout, the chairs, they're all his, and he gave it to us. And we bought this place. He used to love to sit on this chair.
On the one that's different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That chair, he used to love to sit over there and he reads. If anybody has any issues, he will come sit over here. And then when he finishes whatever he's reading, this guy will move to sit next to him and talk to him personally, give him whatever he wants to give him. So this is it.
So that's the way it works. So people come in and sit here and wait here, and then in due course they sit next to
Him, sit over there.
the great leader. Here we go.
These are photos, some of the books that he used to hang over here.
Yes.
We tried to leave everything the way it was. But it's not finished yet. We support 22 families who do things themselves, and we sell for them.
Oh, nice.
And we give them money like these things, these necklaces.
Oh, beautiful.
We have these things that are, to us, it's sort of souvenirs. We don't put a price tag on it. However, we keep telling people, if you want to take any of these, feel free, put whatever amount you want to put, it's okay. However, these sets, some of these sets have value in it. So this is a 45,000, 5 picture of King Saud King Abdulaziz during the visit of Nixon. When this is for him and the people who used to be with him during that trip. So it's a set of 5 pictures. This is a page from one of the books. It's over 200 years of age. This is, if you remember downstairs, I told you the Takiya Masriya, the way that the thing comes from all the way from Egypt. These are the original photos. They are for sale. These 2 are for 1,000 riyals. These are drawings from a local artist. We're selling it for him. We still did not hang in the wall because I'm waiting for the display units to come into place. This is 2,000, 1,005, and this is 1,000. Of course, we don't have to put it on the thing. This is for one of the families, for one of the soldiers who died in the current Saudi-Yemeni war. They are in need, so they want to sell the flag that was given to them when their son died, and they wanted to sell it for 15,000. And we said we'll try, and if the money came, we'll just give it to them. We try to support local families and do whatever we can.
Yes. I have a. That's the thing that's important. So
And at the end of the day, we're a museum, and I'm trying to.
Yeah. I'm with you.
You would like to have an Arabic coffee?
I would love that.
Please have a seat.
How about-
we make it right now?
How about music?
Music? I can put music.
No. As a part of the museum.
Part of the museum, music during the National Day and stuff like that. We do bring music. It's on the outside, and people can dance. Now, the 50 pieces I'm bringing upstairs are part of the whole setup, preparing for February when this came. There will be music. Normally in the morning I display music. However, it's not so loud. I try to make it as calm as possible because I don't want, especially when schools comes over here, I don't want to be crazy.
Because I've seen some beautifully made ouds, and it could be a nice part of this.
It is part of this. I'm trying to do a coffee shop around the swimming pool and outside in the green area. And I've already spoken to a guy who plays oud, and he's gonna come and sit over there.
Riyadh today is a very modern city, and increasingly so. A long, big change, a long step from where it used to be once upon a time. Abdulaziz managed all the relationships together with Suleiman, relationships with Americans in terms of oil negotiations, and eventually the takeover of American oil interests in Saudi Arabia, and also the relationships between neighboring kings. Kept happy with money and gifts, and also wars with Yemen, blood-stained examples here. The Ottoman rule is gone, it's a thing of the past now. And the museum also contains work to design elements inside the Great Mosque of Mecca, including personalized beautiful tapestries in black with details, and also a copy of Muhammad's stamp.